So today I would like to talk about something that it's not very often spoken about, and that is the impact of taking a holiday and why I think it's extremely necessary. This message is especially to my fellow Nigerians and people from other African extractions who usually do not understand or fail to understand the importance of a very good um, holiday. When I say a very good holiday, I mean a holiday that you have utilized well, not a holiday where you ended up working more, as some people often do, because I've been in that situation as well, where I had a holiday to rest or to travel or to do something beautiful for myself. But guess what? I saw it as an opportunity to make more money, and I eventually went on to do more jobs. Yes, I did earn quite a few a few more money, but there is something it does to us that it's not very widely pronounced, and that is something I want to bring to the attention of especially my diasporian colleagues, those that are living outside of the country, and also those that still live within Nigeria, but you very rarely take holidays. You don't understand what the concept of resting and recharging actually means. This video is for you. So this is 5 things I learned from traveling to Scotland and why I think holidays are extremely necessary. Number one, we're just gonna delve right into it. Number one is traveling improves your mental health. I know you must have heard many people say this is like a cliche. This is something that has been said way too many times, and a lot of people keep wondering how exactly does traveling improve a person's mental health. For those of us especially that live in the diaspora, we can attest, especially here in UK, that our life is pretty much repetitive. It's very repetitive. What is our life all about? Wake up in the morning, pray, prepare very early, go to work, come back, eat, sleep. Tomorrow, wake up early in the morning, prepare very early, go to work, come back, eat, sleep, and the pattern just continues like that. And before you know it, 6, 7, 8, 1 year, or even years, you won't have discovered that you've ended up doing the same thing over and over again. That is very boring, because variety is the spice of life. A life without variety, it's a life that is not very helpful. And I think the way the human nature was meant to be is that we get very boring very easily, to be quite frank. Think about this. If you spend 60 years of your life working, doing just the same thing over and over again, and then you have 30 years, maybe probably after retirement, to travel, to go to places and do all those things you've always been wanting to do, what does that tell you? It means you've spent the greater part of your years working for a government that will end up taking as much as they want through taxation and stuff, while you've only given yourself 30 years of enjoying your life and actually attending to yourself and giving yourself what yourself needs. That is not life. That is not the best way to live. And I'm happy that I discovered this quite early, because so many of us are still in that cobweb of continuously moving in circles. You keep doing the same thing over and over again, and there's always that notion of, oh, I want to make more money. I've made this money. I think working more will give me this money. Doing this will give me more of this money. But let me tell you this, the quest to make money never ends. It never truly ends. Even at your old age, I know I'm not old, but from listening to some of my mentors like Dr. Poki, I've understood that, I've realized from their experiences that there is no age you will get to, you will stop wanting to make money. It's especially from a masculine perspective. You will always want to make money. You will always want to have something on the table, right? So if you're waiting till when you make all the money in the world before traveling, that is a very big mistake, and I do not want to encourage you to do that at all. That's a very big mistake. And when I speak of traveling, it mustn't even be expensive. It mustn't be a very big city. It mustn't be somewhere where you can just go and finish all your money and stuff. It could be somewhere just close by. It could be just from one community to another community. Basically, what you can afford. But the most important thing is that you need to change your environment, because staying in one place for a very long time, and especially doing the same thing over and over again, it's not good for you. It's not good for you. One of the things that it does is it molds you into a very rigid, inflexible, overgeneralized type of person. What does that mean? You are used to a certain level of repetitive pattern. You are used to doing things in this particular way, just in this way, exactly the same over and over again. It blocks a part of your brain that has to do with cognition, especially creativity, complexity. You start believing that there is always only one way of doing things in every situation. No, it molds you into a very rigid person. That is one of the things that over repetitive patterns of just staying and working and not having to ever travel does to you. You may not realize it now. By the time we come, when if you sleep, you still see yourself walking and doing the same thing. Your brain becomes so fixated to that particular activity you continue to do. I don't think that's the design of the human nature. I don't think that's the best way for the human nature to actually exist. So ask yourself this question: are you living or are you existing? If you're only working and doing all just sort of beautiful jobs, putting food on the table and stuff, and you don't have time to attend to yourself, especially by resting well when you have to, and traveling and going on holidays, you are doing yourself a great disservice. You are absolutely doing yourself a great disservice. And this is not to rubbish the importance of working. We all pay bills, and I understand that bills have to be paid. But listen, even you deserves a treat. You deserve that travel. You deserve that change of scenario, so that your brain will open up, your mindset will open up. You understand that there is more to life apart from this beautiful place you are just stuck in and doing only this particular activity over and over again. Your brain needs it. Your mindset needs it. So if you're contemplating about the chances of you making a travel on your next holiday, my advice is stop contemplating. Start actually to prepare for it. Your brain, your body will thank you a lot better. Take me for instance. I'll be back to work tomorrow morning, and I've never been more excited to come back to working. That tells you that I'm refreshed, I'm revamped, and I'm ready to go again. And of course, you can also expect me to perform optimally in my place of work, because I've been able to give my body something that it needs to recharge, to revamp, and to ultimately come back and achieve more feats. So this is mostly talking to my diasporan colleagues. If we monitor the lives of the Westerners, especially the white Western people, they don't joke with their holidays. Guess what? They are not stupid. They know what they are doing. They don't joke with their holidays, because they understand the importance of holidays. To be honest, most of us in this country only get 31 days holidays. So, and for me, I think that's quite little, if we're being fair, to be honest. That's quite small, of a very small amount of time to just give to yourself throughout a 365 days calendar. So if out of that small time you have, you still cannot be selfish and give yourself what it needs, especially for that period, that is not helping yourself. You're not helping yourself at all. Every life you've spent, every year you have spent in your years on earth never comes back again. If you're 32, your 33rd year Once it comes and goes, you will never be 33 again. That is the way life continues to go. So don't make that mistake of waiting until you're old, until you retire, before you start packing your bags to just do beautiful things that your money can achieve. I'm talking about still living well within your means. I'm not saying go overboard and just start spending money for the sake of it. Those little things. Sometimes it's all about just the little things. So don't wait, because you don't know the condition you're gonna be. I mean, we're all praying to be in good health, but 60, 70 years, nobody knows the physical condition we are going to be at that time. So why not enjoy yourself a little bit at least while you can? So traveling does improve your mental health. Another beautiful thing that traveling does is it reduces your stress hormones. It's called the cortisol, the stress hormones, because work, let's be honest, is mostly all about stress. No matter how fun you think your job is, there's still a time when it gets stressful. There are times when you wish you didn't come to work. There are times you wake up and you wish you don't even, like, you are thankful that you have a job, but you wish you can just go out at this point, and you just want to sleep through and rest more. And that is because your cortisol level is high. But traveling reduces your cortisol level. You don't have to think about waking up too early. You just have to, you have good worries, if you know what I mean. You're only thinking about where is the next place I'm going to, what am I going to eat, what am I going to wear. For me, these are healthy headaches to have, rather than, oh, I've not completed this thesis, oh, I've not completed this file, oh, I've not completed this particular task, my boss is going to have my head. You've been having that headache all year. Why not make time to give yourself a breather? You deserve it. You're a hardworking person. You make money, especially to revert to people that are home. You do that to pay bills. You're responsible, and I'm saluting you for that. But don't forget that even you deserves the good things of life. Your body deserves that, because you will not appreciate the importance of having a great body. I'm not just talking about being modelic and looking all fit and all. That's not what I'm talking about. Having a healthy body and healthy mindset, you will not understand the importance of that until, God forbid, something happens. You're in a situation where you want to do things, but your body or your mental health becomes a serious impediment to you doing that. So as you're using this body to make ends meet, as you're using this body to produce results, to achieve good things, remember that you owe it to the body as well to recharge it, to help it get revamped. It's just like riding a vehicle or driving a vehicle, and you just continue to use your vehicle to travel to so many places. You don't add oil, you don't check tires, you don't check your engines. Of course, someday the vehicle is going to break down. That is the way our body is. And traveling is part of the way of, is part of the modes or the ways in which we can attend to our body and give it something less intensive as opposed to what it's already used to, and that is work-related stress. The third thing that travel does to your mind, to you, is that it improves your self-confidence. Yes, how does it happen? A lot of times, especially if you go to countries that have language problems, you don't understand, they speak different languages, and this is a new terrain. You don't know your point A to point B, but you have to get there to attend certain activity or something like that. You go into your problem solving mode, right? And eventually, when you figure out the way to do things, when you figure out how to communicate with the locals without having to do too much or whatever, you build self-esteem, you build self-confidence, because what that means is you're reminding yourself that you're enough. You're reminding yourself that you're capable of solving problems. You're reminding yourself that you are very good at, not just meeting challenges, but being able to come out from them successfully. Every human being needs that. Yes, you may want to argue, but at work, I'm used to solving problems. I'm used to doing this, doing that. That is a different kind of problem. Those ones are maybe the fact that you've been solving them for a lot of time, makes them a little bit more straightforward, not easy, just more straightforward. You realize what you're going to do and you're just going to do it. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the beauty of having to explore so many ideas. There is an issue, you need to get from point A to D to this other point to in wherever you've traveled to, and then you're able to explore that I could do it this way, I could go this way, I could do this way, and then from there you just come up with a solution to that. So that boosts your self confidence, that boosts your ego, that boosts also your sense of being assured in yourself that you're capable of solving a lot of problems. Another thing that I think traveling does is it basically gives you the opportunity to meet new people. This is a no-brainer. While I was traveling from Glasgow to Edinburgh, as it's pronounced, we met this very young, lovely lady. Me, because I went with a friend, and she gave us an unexpected free verbal tour of Edinburgh. And this is something you can actually pay money for, because we have people who do what we call guided tours. You pay them money, they take you around the city, show you so many places, describe the historical relationships between cities and blah 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 blah. But guess what? We only said hi to this beautiful lady, and she opened up to us and started asking. She got curious. Where are you guys going to? What do you hope to achieve? We told her, and then through the information she gave us, we were able to do quite a lot of beautiful things in Edinburgh. This could not have happened if we didn't meet her. This could not have happened if we didn't travel. So you get the opportunity to meet new people, amazing people that will communicate with you and also help you to enjoy your stay. Yes, we did not exchange numbers with her, but wherever she is, if she sees this video, if you watch this video, we just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you. Your tips were extremely helpful. And for you watching me, that is what you can achieve via traveling. You get the opportunity to meet new people and to get new ideas, to exchange new ideas. So that is just what I'm going to wrap up this beautiful edition of my travel series. I'm going to be posting a few of pictures of the things that we did at Edinburgh, and I'm going to be sharing some of the shots that just give a little bit of a depiction of what went down in Scotland. It was beautiful. I enjoyed myself. So this one is just a travel edition, and this is just to say to you, remember what I said earlier. If you especially are diasporan, Nigerian or any other country, and you're used to using your holidays to do extra shifts, one piece of advice I have for you is, please start discontinuing from doing that. Discontinue from doing that, basically. Yes, it's not asking for too much. If you give yourself, it's even very little, 30 days in a year, out of 30 days out of 365 days in the year. It's not asking for too much if you give yourself just this 30 days to just get yourself refreshed and revamped and reinvigorated and ready to come back to work or whatever you're doing, or schooling. This also applies to students as well. So start taking your holidays very seriously. Holidays are not time to pack extra shifts. When I arrived to this country newly, I made that mistake, and boy, do I regret it. Yes, I do. But instead of staying and sucking, I've decided to learn, and I've decided to do better going forward. Every of my holiday, I'm going to go somewhere I've never been to before. I remember what I said. It's not about the expenses. It's not about traveling to big country or big places. Just live within your means, live within what you can achieve, but make sure that you change your environment. Make sure that you have a lot of time to sleep, to rest, to do the things that makes you happy. Your body will thank you. Your brain will thank you. Your mind will thank you. Thank you for watching this beautiful edition, and it's a great to be back here in London, and keep following and watching the space. More interesting content coming your way. And it's Chibuzo. Keep living, keep loving, keep enjoying. Remember that you only got one life. YOLO. Make it count.